So I wanted to make this other video. So I just got into an argument with my mother's twin, and she's acting very malicious and very threatening. This is conditioning of what they're doing. So when I get over there, she said that she made something to eat. Now, someone is making food, giving it to her, and then giving it to me, knowing that I'm going to know that someone is giving it to her. Because remember how Patricia got sold for me for sex? Remember how Patricia Gadina is connected to my mom's sister's friend? Oh, okay, and then I just condition you, tell you how to feed you. Oh, I tell you how to fuck Frankie in the ass and he's just clean up with that shit. Oh, I'm going to tell you how we're going to use Frankie to clean up everything and go against me. This is what Barack Obama's doing. This is fucking disgusting what these motherfuckers are doing. Now, I'm going to go over there and walk. And she hung up the phone on me because she said she was going to take me. But she keeps threatening, acting crazy, hostile over the phone all of a sudden. But this is what they're telling her to do. So I'm going to go over there, eat whatever she's telling me to eat. And it's zucchini, squash, carrots, scrambled into eggs. Remember how scrambled your brains are? Okay, they're going to use a physical matter to then attach it to what they're doing to me. I don't know what poison, I don't know what, but it's a dark psychology about what they're doing, right? Now, this is what I'm going to go here in about 20 or 30 minutes and get over there. But this is what I desperately want to say. Let me tell you something. 3 days ago, this is right before I take the GED test. 3 days ago, 3 to 4 days ago, it was 3 days ago, just literally 2 blocks down from here, I was just walking after studying a bunch, just to get a little exercise and try to brainstorm what I'm learning and kind of change the scenery a little bit. When I'm walking, there is a guy, Mexican guy. As I'm walking, I turn the corner and go a couple houses down. He has a gun. And he has a gun, and he brings out his gun and he shows it. And I don't know if he's pointing the gun at me, but it looks like he's pointing something at me. I swear to God, it looked like he was pointing a fucking gun right at me. And then kind of goes like this, and it's real dark because he had all the lights turned off, and you couldn't really, because the inside of the car was dark, but he was hanging out outside of the driver's seat with the window down, like, you know how a police officer steps out of his car and he uses his driver door as a shield? Well, he uses that so then he can shoot and kill people. So this guy is kind of doing that, and this is a Mexican like wetback, right? And so I'm like, is this motherfucker pointing a gun at me? Because it looks like he's pointing a gun, and then I see him do this, and he kind of goes like this, and he's holding a gun. I swear to God, I don't know, could have been a toy gun. It looked like a fucking colored, a fucking gun. Looked like one of those old Western guns, and he looks, and I stop at the light pole so he can get a clear shot to shoot me. And so if something happens, and I pick up the phone and I call my mother and I said, this guy has a fucking gun. Someone has a fucking gun. So as I'm talking to her, I can tell by talking to my mother's twin that she knows about it. Like they're setting it up. Okay? Because remember how I told you about Ken Cooper gave my mother a gun to go kill Miguel? But that's not the story to it, but he never saved. Oh, it's just this and this. Well, this is what he's doing. This is how they're cleaning up. They're using a real gun. Now, a police officer, if there's ever a gun drawn, even from the front of your yard, toward a pedestrian on a fucking sidewalk, I was across the fucking street, a police officer can get that gun and shoot you. Because you're pointing a gun for no reason and you're aiming at somebody. And I'm walking. My mom sort of just hangs up the phone, and he walks, and I kept on walking. I'm like, this guy looks like he had a fucking gun. He had a fucking gun. I get kind of nervous, and I walk 3 houses down, and then I cross the street. All of a sudden, I see this guy walking, and he starts a conversation with me, and I start talking to him like wasn't like really kind of knew what that was a gun when I knew it was. And I'm like, it looked like you had a gun or something like that. And he says, oh yeah, I had a gun. He goes, I was just, sometimes flashing it and all kinds of shit. But this is the threat that I get. This is what the police officers are organizing against me. is that they tell their fucking people to do whatever the fuck they want, and if you don't do what they tell you to do, then I'm going to use the law against you just because you don't do what they tell you to do. And so they all get notified, all swarming against me, and they notify my mother. I'm making this video because it's important. Like, I'm just studying. I'm just walking to kind of do this type of school stuff people do. Study, take a walk, get something to eat, get a drink, relax for maybe 15, 20 minutes, then go back to studying. That's what they're doing. That's what I was trying to do, and this is happening.